The sun came out today, so I thought it would be a good day for a little walk around on the patio. The greenhouse is opened up. It's probably 90 something inside, pretty warm. But let's see what I got going over here. Grafted up some loquats last year. These are the peluche, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but the kind of a premium variety. Got a few of these that are have taken, and the grafts are healing up. They're looking pretty good. And grafted up some feijoa. These are kaitere. This is my most productive variety that I have. It's a New Zealand variety. Makes these big fruits that are about the size of a duck egg or goose egg. Pretty nice size. Over here is, I moved the ginberry outside and just letting it enjoy some sunshine. Seems to be okay with the direct sun out here. Nice berry that's ready to pick. Let's see, what else do I got over here? Some guavas. This is a persimmon that I grew from a seed. It's been growing like crazy this year. It's probably grafted over or something. Got a bunch of cherimoya rootstock. A lot of grafting to do. Some Desert King figs that I rooted last year. Sold a few of these and got a few more to go. Some Sichuan pepper. I need to separate those things out and pot them up. I don't think that it's gonna long-term do well with probably 50 of them in a single pot. This pretty thing over here is I'm not sure what the species is, but it was given to me as a small plant. It's called a hummingbird flower. Hummingbirds love it and likes lots of water, so I watered it all the time. Seems to be doing pretty well. Definitely got happy about all the rain we had the last couple of days. Over here, some guavas. I was trying something different. When I brought my guavas inside in December, I just cut them in half basically and stripped some of the leaves off, so they were pretty barren looking in the greenhouse, and just kind of surviving. And then when I brought them outside, I pretty much let the sun burn off the rest of the leaves, but it didn't seem to faze them too much. They seem to be looking pretty healthy with the new spring weather. This is that's an old leaf. This is called a banana guava. Makes a nice big round tennis ball like fruit. It's even yellow. And the botanical name is Psidium robustum. Got a few of these going. I haven't got them to flower yet, but I thought if I cut them back and maybe when they push out some new growth that they'll also flower. So I'm guessing that might happen this year. We'll see. Speaking of guavas, I've got my narrow leaf guavas. I did kind of prune them back a bit. They kind of put out this growth that was long and lanky, so I kind of just tightened it up a bit, and see lots of new leaves coming out. I thought I did see some flower buds. I think these are flower buds that are coming out. This one actually does produce for me. I made a few fruits and they're totally delicious. I have two of these plants, and hoping that production will jump up on these. It's a really nice plant to eat, or fruit to eat, I mean. This tall thing is a chimpedak. This is a China variety. Brought it outside here in the sun so it can enjoy the full sun. No, in its tropical home, it gets a lot of full sun and likes the heat. It's been okay with the cool nights though, so it seems to be fine. We'll see how it does. Thought it'd be kind of cool I'm pretty sure I'd be the first one to grow a chimpedak to fruiting if I could pull it off in the Seattle area. Never heard of anybody even trying it before, so who knows? Maybe it'll happen. Over here is this is lemon guava. It's been outdoors all year, all winter. We had a mild winter, and I didn't even think about pulling it in. And all the ugly leaves have burned off, and it's been flowering and putting out fruit. I'm guessing that these fruit will be ready to eat in the fall. Usually takes 3-4 months before they get ready. Lots of jaboticaba stuffed in here that I've hauled out from the greenhouse. See if anything else will start flowering. I've got one flowering red jaboticaba inside. And this red jaboticaba that I grafted has flowered a few times. Didn't ever set any fruit. It's just bringing them out to enjoy the sun. This is a Restinga botanicalness Plinia coronata. It's just a large seedling that's grown really fast. I've had it for about 5 years. I'm not sure if it'll flower soon, but we'll see. This is a strawberry guava I've been growing from seed for 3 or 4 years, and it's got this nice height going. It was setting some fruit earlier, and the fruit's a little bit ugly looking, but I'm thinking that this fruit here will be ripe in probably midsummer, like July, and then all these flowers that are coming out. Let's see if I can see some new flowers coming out over here. Those will probably be ripe maybe later in the fall, early fall, September. I think it takes 3 or 4 months for these as well. Close relative to the lemon guava. If you didn't see the fruit, you could easily mistake them for each other. They have the same looking leaves and everything. A lot of people categorize them as same species, but the fruit is definitely different. That one's yellow and this one's red. And then this one, the fruit is a little bit oblong shape, almost pear shape, and the yellow one makes a pretty spherical round fruit. Pulling out some more sensitive tropicals now that our warm seasons got started last week. Got a bunch of Luke's Garcinias in a single pot here. I kind of find that young Garcinias, they like to grow together. They just seem to do better when you have a bunch of them in the same pot. These are African mangosteens, imbe, and some acha-cha over here. A few other things. Maybe some madrinos or something like that. But I'm just trying them out, see what'll happen on those. These are yellow jaboticaba. This one's a grafted one, and then this one is one that makes a kind of a cross on the bottom of the fruit, and this is a selection. Supposedly early flowering, and I'm thinking that mine is big enough to start flowering. It just needs motivation to do it. So I brought it outside and thought, well, it's outside, maybe that'll motivate it. This one with the pretty leaves is called a Guavas. Had this one for a year. I think it's on its 4th flowering. It's never set a fruit. It was a couple feet taller than this, and I decided to just cut it back and make it a little bushier, shorter. Also thought that maybe that will help stimulate it to set fruit. I'm not sure. Kind of figuring this out. I know that some plants, they get motivated with a little bit of stress and will flower. So maybe that'll work. We'll see. This is an Uba J. It used to be really tall and I cut it back as well. Same logic. I thought maybe if it's shorter, it'll decide to flower and fruit. It has been flowering, but not setting fruit. This is the finger lime I've had for many years, probably 7 years. It's pretty consistent about setting fruit. And I have it separated over here away from all the other citrus because I don't want it to cross-pollinate with the other citrus. Finger limes are pretty bad when they are full of seeds, and I'm hoping that there won't be any seeds. It'll just set fruit with no seeds in it. So that's my experiment on this one. A couple of unusuals. These are Eugenia multicostatas. I just brought this out recently. It seems to be fine with the direct sun. Hopefully, this is some new growth coming out, but the leaves look pretty tough. I've got another multicostata coming up over here, and hopefully it's going to be the same story, the leaves. And I think a different one somewhere that makes a yellow color fruit. And over here is some vegetable starts for the garden vegetables. And this is a curry leaf plant. Like a lot of other things, it was too tall, so I cut it in half so it could just basically grow a little shorter, and I rooted some of the cuttings and also growing some seeds. People use it in cooking, and it's definitely a pungent, distinctive taste. Got a jalapeno pepper and a few other spicy peppers back here. Here's something interesting that grows really fast, easy to grow, especially in this climate. These are thornless blackberries. You don't want to grow the Himalayans. They are super invasive and nasty, full of thorns. But these ones are kind of garden friendly. And I love how they don't have thorns and they make nice big sized berries. We haven't got any ripe ones yet. It's still early in the year, but looking forward to eating some of those and see how they taste. Over here is a tropical hummingbird plant. This one is some kind of serpens snake. It's called a snake something or other. Makes these really long tentacle things, and they have these red flowers that eventually set a little purplish fruit. It's kind of interesting fruit. The fruit is kind of soft and gummy and not too much taste. Tastes mildly sweet. Not that interesting, but hummingbirds just love the flowers. This is a Daisy Blosta Suriname cherry. It's rumored to be cold hardy down to 14 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. So I've been growing seeds from this, and it definitely has a different growth pattern than other Suriname cherries that I grow. Some grow kind of like blueberries, where they just send out all these canes that are kind of loose and floppy, but this one definitely has nice structure, like it wants to be a tree. It's kind of interesting. Hopefully I can find a Suriname cherry that can live year-round out here, maybe even live in the yard. That would be pretty interesting, and something that would be a welcome addition to Pacific Northwest gardening. Over here, some mulberries that I've been growing from cuttings since last year in Pakistan and in Illinois, ever-bearing. They're setting a few fruit, and so it looks like I'm going to be getting some samples to try. I think I covered the patio, except for the hardy kiwi. So let me just take you through that real quick. This is a self-fruitful female variety called Isai. It's a Japanese name. Not sure if it's actually from Japan though. This thing just makes flowers like thousands. And it has a high set rate, so lots of these will turn into fruit. I think it's good if you can thin them out a little bit, because it overproduces and then the fruit get too small. So it's good to thin them out. And I'll just take you down the side here while I'm around here. This variety is called a jumbo. I grafted a cutting onto this, and this is a regular female, requires a male pollinator. It makes a bigger fruit that's longer. Did grow a male vine, planted a couple years ago, and this thing is growing and flowering. And I also did, I need to get a ladder and prune that. One thing about hardy kiwis is that you need to prune them a lot, like 4 or 5 times throughout the growing season. And my strategy for pruning, I'm sure other people have other strategies, is kind of go to where the fruit or the flower stops and then prune off the growth beyond that, and just kind of throw the cuttings down at the base and let them kind of rot and feed the plant the nutrients that it took away. This big one over here is called an ananas. This one took about 4 or 5 years to start flowering, but it's really going for it now. And I see some bees working the flowers. That's a good sign. I'm trying to train my male vines. See, I've got this male vine coming up, and then I grafted a male cutting about 3 or 4 years ago onto the Anna right there. So everything over here is male. Well, it's got a male runner over here, and then my thought is if I have the male and the female flowers close together, then the pollinators will kind of go from flower to flower and do the job for me, so I don't have to get male flowers and try to rub them up against female flowers, which is kind of a hassle. Now my Anna, I noticed here that some of the flowers seem to be sort of withering up and drying out. I'm wondering if I need to water it more. Hopefully that's not the case. But I also have another hardy kiwi. This one is flowering as well. It's called a Ken's Red. The picture that I got looks like that, but in my experience, the fruit's actually more pinkish in color, greenish pinkish. Definitely tastes different. It's a nice fruit, it's pretty sweet. Definitely different flavor. And finally, this is a Candace grape. Makes these little pink grapes that are super sweet. Tastes like dessert grapes. I need to build the trellis for this one up here, and it's just a project I haven't got to. I had to replace this fence last year because I had a big tree fall down and take out the fence, so it's kind of on my backlog of things to do. But anyways, the Ken Red is flowering a lot more this year than it did in years previous. I think I've covered everything now, so I'm going to leave you with this, and I'll see you on another video soon. Thanks for watching.